Today is a very sad announcement. Intent Gym is officially closing for the final time. Long-time followers will remember all the things we got up to in here over the years, the different revisions of the
That's
gym,
a pretty
the
nice gym, I'm not gonna lie.
the cool stuff Ryan has done. But the decision has been made to close the gym, and a lorry comes in a few days to start taking things. I remember 6 years ago or so, I got a follow on Instagram from a faceless account called Intent, where the bio was something along the lines of, if you've been followed, you've been invited.
Bro, that's
The
kind of
first time I
tough, bro.
rocked
You
up
got
there, there was
recruited to go to the
maybe
gym.
6 different machines, some adjustable dumbbells and a squat rack, and that was about it. The walls were white, there was no graffiti, barely any mirrors. And then I think the summer of that year and maybe the year after, there was maybe between 6 and 12 of us that would be here at like 6, 7 p.m. every night. It was some good times. I would love to know just how many machines have made their way through the doors.
Yeah,
in
bro, they got a
the
T-bar row
6
too.
or so years the gym has
Nice
been
ass
open.
gym, bro.
The various different tours of the gym that I've done, showing off the new stuff as and when it came. I always thank this gym for the fact that I got relatively strong, you know. In this gym, I'm small and weak compared to the majority of people that have ever stepped through the doors. And it forced me to catch up and train harder and, you know, raise the bar. I remember back in 2022, the gym was not a 24-hour gym at the time, but Ryan let me just come in at night to film all of my tutorials for my fitness programs and things like that. I remember little things like somewhere around here there's a dent in the floor because we were plate flip challenging to see what the biggest plate we could flip was. Good luck plate
Bro,
flipping one of these.
this is so sad, bro. He's like reminiscing on the memories he made at the gym, and like I guess some people can find it corny because like it's adults and stuff, but like still, bro, that's real memories. You know what I'm saying?
By the way, as a 20. I remember when I stood here and introduced Ryan behind me as the guy that could lateral raise a 30-kilo dumbbell with minimal effort. I remember when this Smith machine was like there, or the Smith machine was like over there. I remember when every single one of
This
us
is
was
so
somehow
sad,
training
bro.
legs at the same time, and we'd all be sat on a different machine over in this corner. I remember when we had all the Nautilus stuff, and Nautilus is relatively lighter compared to a lot of brands, and we'd just see how many plates we could gym pin on things. I remember when there was a load of dumbbells, but there wasn't anywhere to put the dumbbells, so the majority of them were just on the floor. I remember the days before this whole section existed because Ryan had to take a wall down to make it work. It's sad to think that I'll never train in this gym again. You never want to see small businesses shut down, you never want to see less options, even if the majority of the time I do train at a pure gym now to be with friends. Ryan's even letting me have some of the grip strength and forearm stuff toys. But yeah, a few years ago we had a lot of videos that absolutely blew up, and I think Ryan went from like 0 to 50,000 followers on here pretty rapidly. That was before Ryan was an IFBB Pro. He's an IFBB Pro now. And I think a lot of people will miss this gym. Even if
Bro, I've never even
summer
seen
we
this
all
gym, bro,
absolutely
and
melt
I'm
'cause
hella
the
sad
gym's
for
got
them,
air
bro.
conditioning, and this is a very, very warm room. Even if every winter we'd all freeze because the gym's freezing. Over the last few weeks, I've made a point of trying to bring as many of my different friends from Pure Gym here as I could to get them to experience what like a real good gym's like before it goes. When I got here, my code didn't work. Thankfully, Ryan was still here, and he just used his code to let me in. So this is definitely my final walk around. The final version of Intent. Never would have thought there'd be a final. I'd love to go back through the history of my videos and just watch all the old Intent gym tours that I did, all the various different versions through the years. I'll miss this Cybex Smith machine most of all. So I guess this is the final goodbye to Train with Intent.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, that's so sad, bro. I personally go to the gym, but if my gym shut down, bro, I'll be so sad, bro. I know where every machine in the gym is. I know the people there, like everything like that. Like even those little things, just seeing people as you're working out, like those things are very important. You know what I mean? Like or like not necessarily important, but it's significant when you look back on it. You know what I mean? Those seem like just any day things, like every day. You see them sometimes, but like when you look back on it, you're like, damn, I might never see this person again. You know what I'm saying?
Your girl got an email last night while I was taking a nice, relaxing Epsom salt bath that my current gym has closed. Yeah, that yesterday was the last day they were open. No notice, no warning, just an email saying, hi, tomorrow
Not gonna lie, I
we
would
will
be this mad too.
permanently closed. Corey and I have like 10 to 15 days left down here in Florida. What do you mean my gym is closed? So we've got to find a new gym. So I looked up gyms near me. I found one.
I mean, if she's only in Florida for 15 more days, just do some push-ups at home or something. Like, there's no point in buying a membership just to go for like 2 weeks or like a week and a half, you know what I'm saying?
And we're going to go tour it today and see what we think. So let's go. Fingers crossed.
this is a nice ass gym, to be honest.
OMG. How did I not discover this gym sooner? Y'all, it has everything I freaking need and have needed. And I wish I'd been coming here sooner. Because what do you mean I could have been training for Hyrox here? It has everything. Everything. I'm speechless. I'm so pumped. That was truly one of those moments where it's like last night I was so stressed out, like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? My life revolves around the gym because I'm an online fitness coach and I'm training for Hyrox. And that's one of those things you just pray for patience and like, oh, peace of mind. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Yeah, you're right. It wasn't a big deal because I found this gym and it's even better. That's why you're patient and that's why you pray about it and everything works out. Oh my gosh. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited to come work out here. I'm supposed to have an active recovery day, but I literally want to go work out. I'm not, but I want to. So I'm pumped. I'm pumped.
I guess that's very fortunate to happen. You know, I mean, she was so devastated by her gym closing. Then she takes a tour of this new gym, and then boom, it's everything she ever wanted in a gym. You know, I mean, I guess you could say like life has a way of like doing things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, while I'm in the office doing some closing stuff, I thought I would give my followers a brief overview of how I ended up here and why my business is closing. I've had a few people comment and ask. I opened this gym 5 years ago. I started as a personal trainer at another gym, mainly only training women, doing classes. We kind of outgrew the space. The environment just wasn't right, and I moved out on my own. The purpose of opening a women's only gym was simply because there are so many women who just are not comfortable in a co-ed environment. Myself, I'm a survivor of domestic violence and sexual assault, and I understand that vulnerability and that feeling, and there were women that were not going to succeed in that environment. So that was the goal with opening as a women's only gym. I understand that cuts my clientele in half. I get it. I'm not upset about that. What was more important to me was offering a safe place for women to better themselves. So, opened up, we did phenomenal year one. Like my accountant, I can't even describe to you. She said, keep doing what you're doing. I've never seen a business make this much first year profit. It was great. And then a year and a half in, COVID shutdown happened. And
Damn, that's hella bad timing, bro. COVID actually messed so many things up, bro. Changed so many lives.
were shut down for an entire quarter because I live in Illinois. I ended up having to take out quite a bit of COVID relief money, and unfortunately for me, not everything was forgiven. Only a third of what I was able to take out was forgiven. So fast forward maybe 2.5 years, we're rebuilding, we're working, we get our membership back up to what it was almost, not quite, but almost what it was before COVID, and then inflation skyrockets. And our goods, utilities, everything tripled in price, like astronomical. And so we started to have to make cuts. People started canceling their memberships because they couldn't afford gas or groceries, let alone the gym. And women are typically the first to cut costs when times get hard. So then about 6 months after inflation skyrocketed, we had the Walmart of gyms come into our small rural town. They only charge $10 a month. I'm not going to say who it is.
Planet Fitness, bro. I know it's Planet Fitness, bro. Not gonna lie, I go Planet Fitness, but like mine's pretty good to be honest. It doesn't have all the machines, but you know, people hate on Planet Fitness. It's pretty good to be honest.
And we just can't compete with that
I have
price
no
point.
problems.
I wouldn't even make rent if that was what I charged. So we completely got undercut by a corporation. We got smashed by inflation after just recovering from COVID, and it's just
But that
not.
doesn't mean I don't empathize
It's
with her,
not
by the way.
profitable anymore. I would have to go into so much more debt, more than I already have to save it, and I just can't do that. So that's how we ended up here. The gym is going to be closing June 30th. I'm in process of selling all of the equipment. I'm going to take some of it home with me, so I have a sick home gym because I deserve to have something
I guess that's
after
a
5
good way to
years
look at it, yeah.
of putting in all this work. But yeah, that's how we got here. I've already cried enough, so that's why I'm not getting emotional or anything. But that is the story of why my gym's closing. So
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Me as a gym goer, I've been going like pretty consistently past year, but I've been going on and off for like 3 years maybe. I don't know if you can tell, but you know, I don't really eat right, so yeah. But you know, just a gym you go to closing or a gym that you own especially closing. Oh my God, those are nightmares, bro. Because like gyms are so significant to you. You know, what I mean, gym is like a safe place for a lot of people who go. Like that's their one time of the day where they can just, you know what I'm saying? Like it's really significant, and a lot of people overlook it. But it's like ooh, stutter. There's a lot of memories that come with it, especially like with me, because I'm like a teenager, so I go with friends in the past and stuff like that. So I have memories there. You know what I'm saying? And just people that you meet there and stuff like that. It's just so nice. It's just like one place that you knew who you know who you're gonna see there, you know, just talk with them a little bit. And there's so many like people you can meet that you wouldn't meet usually. Like I met this one flight attendant that I follow on Instagram now. Bro, this guy goes everywhere. Like it's crazy. And I'm probably never gonna see him again. But I mean like I'll always remember him, you know what I'm saying? I'll follow him on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like little things like that. It's not a huge effect, but it's just like it really shows or like shows you again how like special life is, you know what I'm saying, if that makes sense. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.